This is Derek with Perry House, and I am here with Ruth. I wanted to start this out with a gift, so I have a gift for you.
Oh, sweet!
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I
thought that the back was the gift.
All right, and what do we have here? We have a flyer for tonight. We're celebrating the release of the Ruthy Toothless, the Heg Split. We have the press from Trib Live, and we have the cover of the EP. What do you think, guys?
It's badass.
It's a long time coming.
Well, tell us about it. How did the split come together?
We were thinking about, we wanted to release the songs, so we've been sitting on them for a while, and we were like, all right, who can we do a split with? And we went through a whole bunch of ideas, and then so as we kept talking about it, I was like, well, I have this band back in Oregon that has like these songs that are just about ready. And so kind of like by default, we were like, okay, great, that works. Like, I know that the Hague wanted to get their stuff out, and so it just worked out. Keep it in the family, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to listen to both sides and hear a consistent drum sound. It's
Because Jesse
like,
played on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like listening to like an actual 12-inch record.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, so I guess like there's the continuity. Like, I think the lyrics, like the content of both bands for this, like on this release anyway, are very similar. Like, obviously I didn't write any lyrics to either one, but like having played in both bands, I'm aware of like what we're talking about, and a lot of it is like, like, I don't know, like the struggle to like exist, and like the struggle against capitalism, and that's kind of like the super broad view. Like, these guys should talk about it more, who actually like wrote the lyrics, but that's kind of like my 10,000 foot view of like what the songs are about.
Let's hear it, Daniel.
Well, so I started writing some of these, like some of these lines are just like lines I've been sitting on for like 10 years, you know. They don't really mean any one thing in particular, but I did, when we started this band, start exploring more political themes. When I was younger, I was really into bands like Rise Against and like tried to write political lyrics, but I was in middle school.
Sure.
And like I just like was trying to rhyme shit, and it didn't really work. And now, you know, coming back to playing in a screamo band in my 30s, well, I don't want to like, you know, scream about like love and like complain about like relationships. Like, I'm in a happy relationship. I can talk about politics. I could talk about the things that like I might feel silenced about in the workplace. Talk about how we exist in a political system, and like, you know, I feel like there's way more angst to be mined there than trying to like sabotage your own life so that you can have fodder for bullshit lyrics.
Sure. And you all chose today, May 1st, May Day, specifically for this release show.
Yes.
Could you speak on why that was so important to you to do it on this day?
I think like one, the timing really lined up well, so that's just sort of like, we didn't like, it's not like 6 months ago we were like, oh, May 1st we're going to release a record. But as we were kind of like trying to figure out like when would be an appropriate time, we're like, oh, May Day, you know, like it just like, as it's not, I feel like in the US people don't really recognize how big of a deal May Day is, but like even for like my job, like working like in international logistics, like most of the people I deal with overseas aren't working today because May Day is like seen as like a workers' holiday like all over the world. And so it felt like that significance tied together, like, you know, workers' rights, like the struggle to like just like like exist like as a human, like within a system that's actively trying to oppress you.
So when I listen to Ruthy Toothless side of this release, I hear the blending of several genres. Like, how does a Ruthy Toothless song come together? Or what was the writing process like for this?
I don't think we know.
Fair.
I think only Freddie Mercury is an actual song that was brought in and we just played it from beginning to end. redundancy, we all blended the end together, and the same with Pothole, we blended that in together. Density might, so on that record, those were the first songs. I mean, that's the only songs we had when we went to record. So it was just,
Yeah.
what can we play that, what pieces can we put together?
And I had no idea what the hell I was doing when we were writing these songs. So some of the times I'm just saying, well, sure, Russ, I'll play exactly what you're playing. But like as we wrote more, you'll see in some of the songs that come after this EP that our guitar parts kind of differ more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel your sound evolving as you play more shows and just write more songs?
Definitely. Definitely for me,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think so.
simplifying it.
Evolving or it's still varied. Like this, John's new song is, I'll use the word poppy. It's major.
My new song is
Yeah,
Poppy?
it's not aggressive. And then Dan's new one is got dreamy parts in it. So I think we're still kind of doing the, I guess evolve. I don't know, but they're still similar, but they're still all different.
We kind of worked out our process to where like each of us will bring in pretty much a complete song structure or like a set of riffs, and then the other ones write parts around that, and we maybe reorganize it. So you can kind of hear almost 3 different distinct songwriting styles.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was
For
saying.
sure,
That's what I'm
definitely. But it all comes under that Screamo umbrella. So, like, what does Screamo mean to you, and why is it so important to just keep that genre going?
Well, for me, I think that like Screamo is it's interesting because I think there's like in terms like for your group and out terms that like outside of your group like people will like assign to things. So like if you like Screamo and you call something Screamo, it means one thing. You know, we all know what it means. Everyone watching this knows what it means. But if if your mom listens to your Screamo or your mom listens to Slipknot or something, she's gonna be like, "What is that Screamo?" You know, it's like a pejorative thing, and like you can. I'm interested to see how that plays out in other genres of music as well, because like like there's so much that we don't know about the world and about each other, and like it kind of speaks to the rich inner life of music appreciation.
One thing to kind of note is that we called it Screamo while we were writing these songs, but we didn't have any vocals until we got to the studio.
Yeah.
And
Right,
Dan was
nobody
like-
wanted to do it.
Dan was like, I'm gonna try something. So he goes, the engineer sets up a mic, which was like a nice ribbon mic or something. And Dan didn't tell him that he was gonna scream. Then he just fucking goes for it. Dude was so pissed off.
That guy was so mad.
Yeah, he was.
That's so funny.
He told me I was singing out of tune.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
I don't want to name him, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Check the
song,
credits.
studio.
We'll check the credits.
No, we
he's
can-
specifically
you can
not
check
on the
it.
credits.
Not on the credits.
No offense, but when he told me to record half of the album with my pedals off, which is like half of my sound,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we can probably do better on
You
that.
want to play the drums with my fucking hands, bro? Like, get out of here! Like,
All right, we got people coming in. The spliff's ready. Let's wrap this up. What's next for Ruthie Toothless?
these songs, like we said, are like 2 years old, so we pretty much are like sitting on like a whole nother record right now.
Hells yeah.
And so I think trying to get in and figure out if we're going to self-record that or where we're going to record it and how that's all going to go down is kind of the next big step for us that we're working on.
And we're also playing the pre-fest to post-fest.
Oh, that's
this year,
right.
July 22nd, Indianapolis. Be there.
All right, thanks guys. Derek and Perry House.